For this video, I'm changing up the format a bit. Last time, I was technically sitting both the TheZorotlThing and the material he was reviewing, because that thing deserved every last drop of my cynicism. This time, however, because the TheZorotlThing is reviewing a fan project that is currently a work in progress, I decided to back off from critiquing the project in question until it has reached the state of either being finished or entering a hiatus. So the TheZorotlThing and his review are all I'm willing to cover in this video. In fact, I'll even give him a sin right now for essentially making my job harder.
And now for a feature presentation.
Translation. Here's a review I made in a very similar format to my other reviews, but now with the addition of story elements at the beginning and end. I call it the Pretentious Critic Sandwich. Furthermore, if this is the feature presentation, does this mean I have to turn off my phone? What if I'm watching this on my phone? Make up your Luna damn mind! The portal appears at a very smooth frame rate. Normally that would be quite impressive, but considering the rest of this video is still frames, including the clips of the material he's reviewing, I have no choice but to interpret this as another pretentious tactic used to impress the easily amused. Megabyte Pony, which I will refer to from now on as Megabuck, has no tail.
I finally escaped that inferno they call Reboot the Guardian Code.
You watch your mouth, sir. Reboot the Guardian Code is clearly high quality entertainment. I can't say it with a straight face. Skip it.
It appears that I have become some kind of talking horse.
Could have sworn I heard a silent W.
Wait, who is that?
After jumping straight to the review with no smooth transition, we don't see Megabuck again until the end of the video. This means that we, the audience, are left to assume that he just stood there mouth agape staring at TheZorotlThing's ass for about 5 minutes or so. Also, nobody else is around to notice this weird and inappropriate behavior going on. That's right, folks, this is a 2-for-1 sale. Double the sins for half the bits.
And you thought Over Two Rainbows was a fan project? Ugh.
Who even thought that? Ever? I'm pretty sure that those unfamiliar with G3 thought Newborn Cuties was either a knockoff animation or a shitty Flash game.
This episode stars HeartsyArtsy, and she is also the co-director, producer, artist, and editor of the series. While I would be very wary about this way of developing the series, especially since Tommy Wiseau wrote, produced, directed, and starred in The Room,
seeing as I can't show off clips of this movie for copyright reasons, I'll just list off 3 sins right now. Despite having a family-friendly reputation throughout his entire channel, the movie clips are not censored for profanity. I'm jealous that he can show movie clips with very little consequences just because his channel is not eligible for monetization. Also,
your rape is not funny!
But based on her past videos I've watched, I'm confident that this will not be the case.
Zorotle and Heartsy sitting in a tree, Kissing.
We open in a house in Ponyville where Heartsy is preparing for a sleepover with her friends. We instantly see that she is a bit of a klutz, but not nearly as much of a klutz as Jar Jar Binks, and she actually apologizes for her clumsiness unlike Jar Jar.
Never mind, it seems that Zorotle would rather just compare you to the most hated character in the Star Wars universe. I wonder if he's actually planning your death too.
One thing to note is that given that this is a low-budget project, some of the microphones the voice actors are using are a bit low in quality.
Woo!
But while it is a bit distracting, it doesn't take away from the video.
So you're seriously just going to excuse the big woo that just happened? Are you sure? Okay.
I didn't know Equestria had PS4s, and here I am stuck talking to you guys.
The universe punishes Zorotle for bitching by making him disappear.
And it is here where Heartsy shares her story on how she defected from the Changeling Kingdom. Because Chrysalis and her love-stealing ways.
Watch your profanity.
We learn from this bit of monologuing that changelings can overfeed on love, although it's something I imagine Chrysalis wouldn't have a problem with herself.
Zorotle fails to realize that this storyline could potentially hold the ultimate answer regarding how to defeat Chrysalis once and for all.
Heartsy meets with Chrysalis, voiced by Pretty Pegasus Wings, who does an excellent job at it.
I am thinking of you being third in charge of the hive.
Hey, Zorotle, there's this new thing in video editing. It's called gain. You have the audio in a separate track and drag the slider up and down to make the volume louder or quieter. Use it more.
I am thinking of you being third in charge of the hive.
Chrysalis gives Heartsy the rank of third in command of the Changeling Army.
Hey buddy, here's a tip from one reviewer to another. Repeating another character's line doesn't add anything to the review.
Heartsy expresses that she doesn't want the position, but Chrysalis tells her that she has no say in whether she wants it or not.
Oh, Heartsy. Ha! You didn't really think you could say no, did you?
And here you state that Chrysalis doesn't take no for an answer, right before Chrysalis herself states that she doesn't take no for an answer. Just for that, I am reporting you formally to the Department of Redundancy Department.
You've got to go. Scram. Leave the Queen's third in charge alone, would ya? She needs to get her beauty sleep for the big day ahead of us.
I'm sorry, but this does look like they were both caught in the act.
Really? A sex joke?
You can't have MLP without Derpy, unless you're one of those SJW parents that think that Derpy is somehow an insult to special needs people.
I was going to subtract a sin for standing up to Derpy, but I also have to add a sin for unnecessary political commentary, as well as one for horrible execution of said commentary. 2 minus 1 equals 1, so here you go.
Now I guess I need to head, east?
No, don't go east. That's where Mordor is.
This one's another twofer. One for the out-of-place Lord of the Rings reference, and one for forgetting to turn Heartsy's volume back up before responding to her.
And that's where we end the audio drama. For now.
And here we have yet another twofer. One for switching to Megabuck's voice for no reason, unless I'm supposed to believe Megabuck actually interrupted you, in which case the sin is for sloppy execution. Also, one for inconsistent aspect ratio.
Sure, the art isn't on par with the other MLP fan artists, but it's still good to a point to where I know what I'm looking at.
Ouch. You could have just stated that the scenes were drawn in her own original style, making her seem just as dignified as any other artist, but nope, you just had to compare it to other artists and label it as inferior. No kiss for you. Smooth move, dumbass. You added an end screen slide that you can't use for end screen buttons because you have a post-credit scene.
I can't have any of the ponies see me.
Oh hi, Anon. How is your sex life?
Better. Now, Equestria, prepare yourselves for the new viral dawn.
Congratulations, your Megabuck has been downgraded from Ultimate Supervillain to YouTube Comment Bully.
I shall corrupt and conquer all who stand in my way. Prepare yourselves for the new viral dawn.
I'm going to dislike and super flag every single one of the TheZorotlThing's videos until he makes MLP crack number 2.
Oh, hi, Mark.